On today's show, we're going to be talking about some wild and interesting stuff that Atari's doing. It's not having to do with video games, but it's all going to be coming up right now. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dadisajoke Retro Rock and Gamer. Today is the Weekend Report episode. Give me a second. 80 something. It's 80 something, trust me. I think I know what it is. I'm not even prepared today. Ah, it's 80. What the hell is it? 80 something. 80. Come on. 89. Sorry about that, everybody. Anyways, don't have much time today because I got to rush and get ready. Don't forget your coffees, everybody. We got some really cool. Uh, it, how do I want to say this? There's some information that's been floating around the internet. It's unverified, but we're going to talk about it in a couple of minutes, okay? It's interesting, fascinating at the same time, and something that will bring up some discussion. So we'll get into it in a minute. So let's do a few things here. Okay, Power Dubs, my roving reporter, has been on full bore, full alert, grabbing information, and all the stuff that I pulled out was just lame old, you know, you know. This game is 43 years old, and that game is 50 years old. This is way better and interesting information. So let's get into it here. A newly discovered listing on the Xbox app has seemingly leaked the release date of the upcoming Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, with the game now expected to launch on September 29th, 2025. Also, here's some of that little information. Atari's at another convention again, displaying Mortal Kombat, and they got one of the girls who I guess is the actor. I forget her name, but people had to went up inside pictures with her. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay. If you're into that kind of stuff. Okay, so it looks like Atari's entered into an agreement to invest in the Thunderful Group. So what that information is about is so Atari, one of the world's most iconic brands, blah blah blah. Today announces has entered into a subscription agreement with Thunderful Group AB to participate in a direct share issue of 50 million, approximately 4.5 million euros. Okay, so Thunderful is specialized in game development, third-party publishing, code development services for PC, and console platforms. Thunderful encompasses a global game publishing business, 5 game studios with various creative and technological expertise, and a service business. The company owns a portfolio of over 20 intellectual properties, including SteamWorld, Islanders, Lost in Random, and Vampire's Fall. So Atari's making some moves there. So, okay, guys, it's important to understand, all the stuff they've been doing on the video game side with the set, with the 2600 plus, 7800 plus, all the cartridges that they're coming out with, and all the pre-orders that people are doing. They're not just taking the money and putting it into their pockets; they're reinvesting it, which is important because Atari. Now I'm starting to see it. I'm really starting to see that they're getting serious. They're not like this, one-off. Like after the fall of Atari, there's been all kinds of iterations of Atari after that, but nothing serious except for the time when they put out the Jaguar in the 90s. But since then, it's just been somebody grabs it, gets money from off the IPs, and just moves on. But this time, they're actually doing something, And that's important to understand. And it's important to understand to a lot of us old folks who think, oh, this is just going to be another fly by night thing. It's not. They're getting very serious. And this is very good. Imagine. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. La 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 la. Oh, coffee time. More coffee. Ran out of milk. It's black. Mm. Okay, so there's more Thunderful Games info here. Has offices in Sweden, UK, and Germany. About 330 employees. Current subsidiaries development is Coastlink Early Morning Studio, Studio Fizbin. Fizbin. Why does that remind me of something? Fizbin. I know it's from a TV show or something. Thunderful Development AB, Thunderful Development Malmo to the Sky, Investment Robot Teddy, Publishing Rising Star Games, and Thunderful Publishing AB. So that's really interesting. So Thunderful is a Swedish video game holding company. Okay, now guys, this is some more interesting information, and especially if you're an Atari VCS fan. Okay, a lot of us are starting to think that it's just a dead in the water boat anchor, but here we go. Atari's financial year 2025 universal registration document on page 14 of the report, Atari VCS. The Atari VCS, available since December 2020, is an open PC home console which offers direct access to many popular streaming services as well, third-party content, exclusive Atari content, and retro gaming content. Yeah, okay, we all know that. Atari is looking at ways to continue development of the VCS community. Okay. And make the platform compatible with additional hardware configurations. I've been talking about this forever. That there needs to be more stuff for the Atari VCS. Roller controllers, light guns, what's it called? Spinners. It just, that system is screaming for stuff like that. I mean, it's in Atari's ballpark that they can offer this stuff. I mean, what other video game company has, invented the trackball for video games, invented the spinner for video games? Why aren't we seeing it now? Hopefully, this information that I have here does something about it. So cross our fingers and let's, hopefully something happens here. But again, a lot of us are not going to be holding our breath, plain and simple. I'm an optimist, so I'm going to a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. Also, so the new payment method for the VCS is up and running. I honestly haven't tried it yet. I haven't even booted up my VCS for a while now. Mind you, I'm working and stuff like that, so it's a little bit harder to do it. But I haven't had time to boot it up. But it'll be interesting to check it out. It looks way different than it did before, so we'll go from that. Okay. Okay. Here's the biggest headline here going, guys. Looks like Atari hotels are back in the news. Now, the information that I'm going to spew out here is unverified, but there's some things that hint that it could be true. So I'm just going to give you the overall news, and I'll let you guys think about it. And I know a lot of people's like, why is Atari getting into hotels and stuff like that? It's just another investment. It's another way of making money. Now, at the same time, it's like, do they want to do some sort of Disneyland thing, like Atari Land with the hotel? Are they planning anything like that? That would be interesting to see, because Nintendo's doing stuff like that. Why not Atari, right? Now, again, with all the stuff that they sold in the past, Atari's got some money in the bank, so they can do moves like this. But let's see what it says here. possible new intel on the funding of Atari hotels in Phoenix. Okay, so it's unconfirmed, but what if? Two different people posted on Facebook mentioning the Atari hotels. One said that they got funding. The other said that Phoenix's location just finally got fully funded by Intel. Now, when I say Intel, it's Intel Corp, the CPU, GPU, everybody. They make chips for everybody. So that is interesting. So here's the post. It's from Michael MM on Facebook. It says Atari Hotel and Entertainment District just closed on the land in downtown Phoenix at Main and Roosevelt Street, securing the funding, breaking ground for 2026, Q1 opening in 2027. Now, if anybody's watching the show and you're in Phoenix, Arizona, let us know. Do some digging. If you know any information about that I guess that corner, or so Main Street and Roosevelt Street. So let us know. It'll be interesting to see what's really going on. Another post here by CRNA Fire Medic. Atari is making a big comeback and building a new massive entertainment districts and amusement parks with high-rise hotels with rooftop pools, and planning to build 12 locations across the country. First two are being built in downtown Phoenix and Las Vegas. Okay, Vegas makes sense. The Phoenix location just got fully funded by Intel, so that will be the first one being built and be the flagship breaking ground early 2026, followed by locations in Las Vegas, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Miami, Florida, San Francisco, Seattle, Atlanta, Orlando, perfect place, San Diego, and Charlotte. What? Nothing for Toronto, Ontario? Toronto's ripe for it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, this is totally unconfirmed, but again, if anybody's in that area, let us know. If you heard anything, let us know. Put it all in the comments. So it says Power Dubs actually it was confirmed with the investment offering I found last week. So obviously somebody knows something. Okay. Also, this information about the hotels was also posted on Atari Age. Ah! Where the hell did it go? Yeah, so there's a discussion on the Atari Age forum about that. Okay, that's it, my friends. That's all I got. I gotta get going to work, but that's interesting. It's really fascinating that this is happening. Again, Atari's making money. So they're reinvesting it. They're not shoving it in their pockets and doing stuff, because there's a lot more money to be, like, on the business side. There's a lot more money to be made just by that stupid name and by putting it strategically and using it strategically. So that's cool. I mean, that's interesting. There'll be I don't know. It's tough to say. This could be all rumor. It could be unsubstantiated. There's no real meat to it, but people are discussing about it. So let's see. And I'd like to hear everybody what you have to say about this. Are you for it? Are you against it? Let me know. Let's get this conversation going. I think this would be very interesting to talk about. Anyways, folks, I got to get ready for work. What else is new? And we'll see you later. Bye now.